Box check.
What's happening?
Canteen check.
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody?
Snorrel check.
What's good, man?
And then it's me. What's popping, y'all?
Yo, calm. Try not to fucking eat too much. Jesus. You fucking behemoth.
Carl's Jr.?
No, it's candies.
Oh.
No.
It's like a calm opens his mouth 3/4 of the quarter way and he's chomping on that shit, bro.
Nah,
Stop
this is
eating in the
episode.
camera, bro. Jesus.
Nah, this is gonna be the episode where Calm eats food and people are like, "Yo, Calm kind of eating
No,
food."
'cause as he's gonna keep editing it to make people look at calm eating.
Mhm.
Should be
Honestly,
funny.
just zoom in on him and just have him.
Yeah,
just look
that's
at
the
this
whole
fool.
episode of Calm.
Hey, what's popping, everybody? Welcome back to the Run It Back podcast, episode 4. Nice number to land on. But yeah, let's hop into it. Today's been a pretty crazy day, crazy week. Some stuff we're talking about. Probably talk about Star Wars today. I don't know what else we can talk about recently. Probably next week should be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fucking let's do this. Let's say what's up to the boys. What's up, Canty?
What's good? How y'all doing today?
Say what's up to Tox. It was good, my boy.
What's happening? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Sun's shining on you. Not raining like it is for me. Fuck, I hate it outside.
Let me say what's up to Mr. Chomper over there, Clam. What's up, Clam?
Ugh. Hey, how's it going?
He was about to burp.
I thought this man was about to burp
Yeah.
right into the fucking
He was gonna
microphone.
And me, I guess. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all living? Hope y'all safe out there. But yeah, let's hit it with the running back of the week. Start off with me, I guess. Today, well, not Monday. You guys are listening to this. Today when we were recording, I came back from a haircut. Felt nice, fresh. A lot of my hair came off, so
Still haven't
The
been blessed
heat-
with those pics yet.
That's
bro,
weird.
relax, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm just waiting. I'm just did it because like I got my hair short because I'm like, man, I'm trying not to have this summer heat down on me. So I'm chilling. Purchased pre-ordered a DNF Duel and Sunbreak, so just waiting for them. Waiting for my addiction to come back to those games. While playing other games on the side, but yeah. Next week should be fun for the homies. And yeah, got a lot on my mind recently. And also for people out there, in light of recent news, the boys, the running back boys we're not political. It's not what we are. It's not what we're gonna talk about ever. Never. Just know that our opinions on the matter recently is let women do what they want. Let them choose what they want to do with their bodies. Fuck this country. Fuck guns. Fuck all that mess. And that's it. You're not gonna hear anything else from us. All right? We keep it cool. We keep it classy. We keep it funny. I'm spitting. So,
Yeah.
if you ever need some place to escape and listen to some four dumbasses talk about shit that ain't real, like fucking fan fictions and all that bullshit. Fiction, books, stories, games, all that shit. You know where to come. Here, right here. And also to these 3 lovely guys in streams, They're always playing something, doing something. So if you ever need an escape from this bullshit we call the country, yeah, know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's hop into the running back of the week after me, let's set it up with Tux.
Well, aside from, unheartening news from this morning, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been down in the dumps. I've been low since a little while back now. A few things happening and whatnot. But things are brightening. I was like damn near like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get? But because that happens in life, right? You get down to a rut and you try to push yourself out of it, and that's what happens. And luckily enough for me, I found a little silver lining, little opening in the clouds there, and I'm hoping to push through it because I've been in the midst of trying to find work for myself, and lucky enough, I called up an old company I used to work for, and instantly I called them up in the morning, and the secretary there, I'm like, oh, hello, my name is so and so, and instantly she's like, oh, hey, I remember you. I'm like, it's been like a year or two since I've been here. How the fuck y'all remember me, right? They're
You
like, oh
was
yeah,
in
I'm gonna
a cerebrum, homie.
right,
You
like
was lodged
That's
in
crazy.
there.
they remember me off the rip, and then instantly she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you right to the boss right now." I'm like, "Oh,
Damn, bro. What the
okay,
fuck?
bet." I'm like, "Okay,
Jesus.
nice." So right away she's like, "Yeah." Um, instantly went to the boss, and then he texted me like not even 5 minutes after I got off the phone. He's like, "Yeah, hey, I heard you're looking for work. Like, how early can you start?" I'm like, "Immediately, now."
Yeah, I mean,
I know
obviously.
I know it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I need it now. And he's like, "Hey, bet. We got some work up north for you. Some of the guys are working on a school right now. We need some guys to go up there and help finish it off. When are you gonna go?" I'm like, "Whenever you want, whenever you need me, like now, like, this weekend, fuck, I'll go." He's like, "Hey, bet. We're gonna set you up with our safety coordinator. He's gonna go through all the safety stuff, get you all signed up for papers and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Hey, awesome." He's like, "Yep." And then you're gonna go do that. So I secured it. I'm ready to go.
Love
I
to
just need
see
to
it,
go down to
bro.
the office,
Go.
go sign out my papers and stuff. But unfortunately, that will mean my schedule will be erratic, because I don't know what
Hmm.
he means by going up north to go and work. Does that mean I'm going to be lodged up there? Or does that mean like it's only, however far just outside the city, so I
Hmm.
can drive to and from and come back and do that kind of stuff? So I'll keep you all up to date about what's going on for there, because that will mean I won't be around for a while. If I am going to be lodged up there, because I'm probably going to be going up there for at least a month, because that's usually what happens. Like
Jesus
usually
Christ.
when you go and do that kind of work, they usually put you up there for at least a month.
Yeah.
If it's super low, then it's only for a couple weeks. Depending on how big the project is, because he's saying
Mhm.
they're finishing, right? So it might only be 2 to 4 weeks maybe. Um, then I'll be coming back. But I don't know, because he hasn't even really told me nothing yet, like details about the job. He just said you're going up north to go finish the school. I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. I'm down with that, because I like working in that type of commercial business, that kind of. And it's been a while since I worked like that. I've been working in people's homes, crawling in people's attics, going in stupid ass fucking rest. Just the bullshit that I've been doing for work, man. Like, oh my, like, I mean, really, I could talk about that today if y'all really feel like it, but I won't carry up all the time today.
We gotta have a
Get
separate
a
episode for
bunch of the
jobs that we've
boys.
had in the
So,
past. Oh
The
man,
but
talks
yeah.
episode.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Literally would be his own episode. I mean, I can interject with like other jobs I've had before, but nah, Tox is pretty much the
Yeah.
work man. I'll call him too, call him because he lives in
Yeah.
fucking fuck Ohio over there.
Mm-hmm.
So he has
So,
some crazy stories. But yeah,
but
I'm
yeah,
glad. I'm glad you got
aside
work,
from
man.
me, yeah, aside from me, like finally getting my job and then being able to, cause yeah, shit's been piling up. So finally now being able to get some shit done, I'm like, whoo, I'm actually getting my spirits lifted here. So love to see it, love to hear it, boys getting up there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's
Let's
good, man.
go.
Hell yeah.
Love to see it, bro. And it's crazy too because like, it was fast. Like
Mhm.
you didn't. Well, like, I wasn't expecting you to get it pretty fast because you were talking about getting work, but I'm just like, all right, it might
Yeah,
be a few weeks until he gets. But nah, that shit was
it.
instantaneous.
I want to say like it took maybe like a week and a half or so. I don't
See,
know,
that's
cause
not so
like
bad.
I didn't like stop with all the school stuff from like another like 2 weeks ago, and then they're like, yeah, you gotta go. Like I called up a couple places and they're like, yeah, we can't come. We don't have work right now. I'm like, okay, bet. So I called up like the one place. I'm like, you know what? I'll call up this place. I'm like, I'm not too ecstatic about going back there and shit like that, because they're the company that I worked for like 3, 4 years prior, then moving on. And then they let me go, out of the blue. Cause like I was going back to school for another level and they're like, yeah, you gotta, like, you're going back. And then they sent me all of my other papers with me. And I'm like, are y'all like getting rid of me? And like they never really said nothing. I just went to school and they gave me all my papers. I'm like, oh, bet, okay. I guess I will find somewhere else to
Jesus
fucking work then.
Christ.
So they're the one company that I was like, do I really want to go back here right now? And then I called them up and they were like, yeah, right away. Yeah, we got work. I'm like, oh,
And
because they're one of the I looked them up. They're top 5 biggest companies in Manitoba. So I was like, oh,
Damn.
nice,
nice. So
not too bad.
yeah, they always got work usually.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, calm. How's your week, man?
My week has actually been pretty good. I've been making a lot of plans, keeping up with a lot of things that I've been doing. So I'm usually not consistent with anything, but I've been consistent.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but I've
My
been
fault, that was a little rude.
but I've been consistently working out for a bit now, and I've kind of gotten up
That's
there.
cool,
and shit.
Calm. Okay, get the games in.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, my favorite anime character body type is Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. That's my goal. So I already have the body type. I'm just trying to get up there physically, as well as I've been making some plans for like the future of my channel. I've been making new emotes from old videos that I've been sitting on for months, and I'm also planning a couple tournaments. It's gonna be like a tournament subathon type thing, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it works out. Yeah.
Okay. You piqued my curiosity.
Ain't nobody getting past me, is all I'm gonna say, bro. Y'all niggas better get the fuck out the way, son. If I know what he's doing, y'all niggas better move, bro.
You know what
For
I'm
real.
doing.
Move.
I don't think there's anything else. I haven't been doing much besides working and that. Yeah, it's all for me.
Man, let's have
shit.
Katie. Oh, Jesus
Wait.
Christ, bro. Come on.
I'm sorry. My memory's
God
bad. You
damn.
know this. Nigga, you know this. It's not the
But wait,
Alright.
what's more?
Fucking I've been getting mad calls from photography companies for me to work for them. And I got a couple interviews lined up next week.
Oh yeah, you better fucking
fucking
yeah, let's
go.
go,
Let's
bro.
go. Okay.
You see? You see this guy? You see this guy right here? Strive to be like calm and toxic, right?
I'm trying to be like
That's-
calm for real.
So
Wanna
let's
get the
have
games
Kanti
in,
wrap
like,
up.
Calm.
Yo, Kanti, wrap it up.
Yo, man. Well, I mean, I'll talk about it more in this podcast, but holy shit. This week was a wild. Actually, no, it was actually a great week. Xenoblade 3 news what was it, Wednesday? I saw it in the
Mhm.
morning when I was at work. I'm up good. I think the game's gonna be fucking phenomenal. I think the soundtrack's fucking great. Combat's gonna be wild because there's so much things you could do with the classes and everything. And I recently got a haircut too, like Snorlax. I feel pretty clean and good because I look like a bum for 3 weeks, so it's awful. And got some new shoes in the wardrobe, kind of lit, and pretty much just been chilling. I want to talk about more when we go in this podcast, but I need to share my thoughts about my Amori playthrough, cause yo, Mori was a wild ass experience, and hopefully I could talk. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but hopefully I could talk about it a little bit in this podcast after Snorlax goes.
I mean, yeah. If y'all watched Kanti's stream, he was going through it, but it's just because we told him prior, like, yo, this game's gonna go through it. And like Kanti, he goes, nah, it should be all right. And then he ends the stream.
I
and
was
he's
not.
just- yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Little
all
did
right,
he
so-
know.
He wasn't all right. Yeah, so. Yeah, that has been the running back of the week from all of our boys. And yeah, let's get to the big chunk of this episode. Before that, let Kanti explain to you how how his mind has
All
been.
right. So everyone, like all my friends, like the squad and everybody, like, yo, you should try out Amori. I think it'll be a cool game to play on console. And I'm like, what the fuck is Amori? All right, boom, let me check. It's free on Game Pass. I'm like, all right, I don't have to pay. I'll give it a shot. Scoon, yes, W Best. Scoon was fucking with me through this whole journey, and there's a lot of people that were watching too from the side on my stream. Like that game went to 0 to 100 real fucking quick with some scenes. Some scenes felt very disturbing, and some were just like, holy shit, like they're really talking about like this kind of topics right now. I think the music is fucking incredible. I think the characters are cool. I think Aubrey might be my favorite because I think she's super cool. I like Mari too. Kel is such a cool character. Like they're all good. Everyone's good. But like the finale of Omari, like I had to tell people, like people, like it was like I was fine. Like I can handle it. But like I was nervous because people were showing, they're like, hey, Canty, what's going on today's stream? And meanwhile, this is like the most fucked up scene in the game. And I'm just like, guys, I sound like a broken record right now, but please, if these are trigger warning moments in this game, they talk about depression, blah blah blah, and if you don't feel uncomfortable, I highly advise you to leave because this game is very uncomfortable and disturbing, but it's cool. It's a really crazy game. I can't believe what a couple people. It's like an indie game considered, right? I don't know,
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
indie game.
but
Pretty much.
it's this game came out like what 2020 at the time, and now it finally came out to consoles like Switch, Xbox, and I think PlayStation now. But that game is honestly one of the best first playthroughs I ever played in my life. Like as a first experience playthrough, like that was like one of the best ones I encountered. Like the story was fucking cool, the plot twists were amazing, and like showing the characters like what they're going through and everything, revealing the secrets and everything in that game. I was just like, wow, like that's a lot to take in. Like even like after 2, I was just like, fuck, man, like that's so fucked up. Like I was not expecting that to happen. And I was talking to Scoot after. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "You know what, man? That game was wild, but thank you for showing me this game because it was a really, really wild experience to go through. I liked it. I think people should play it, but I highly advise to like if you can handle those types of things, I would recommend it. But if not, the game could be very, very pretty disturbing and like detailed when it comes to certain topics. So, but other than that, great game. Gameplay's pretty simple. I think the story's like a what? Yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10 in my personal opinion for a first playthrough. I don't know if I'll go back to it because I don't know what else there is to do, to be honest. But I recommend to check out it more. I think it's a great game.
Experience depression all over again. That's what that game is if you play it again. You know
That's
what I mean?
real. It was fucking wild.
On to, onto some shit more happy. Yeah, right. Like, Canty liked it, but still, it's one of those games.
Yeah, it's a tough game. Tough game.
Yeah. We should talk about Star Wars. I feel like we've had a few instances with mentioning Star Wars stuff nowadays, or along the other episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about one of the things we all have in common, all the things we like.
Okay.
Star Wars.
Oh, before we continue, I do
Oh,
want to
brother.
say,
Here comes
me and
Scott.
Tox have not seen the last couple episodes.
Oh, yeah. You guys stopped at what, 4? 3?
4.
3, I think.
Yeah.
Might have been 3, maybe 4. I think it might have been 3. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is all right. I'm not gonna try to like.
I think it's still
show
early to
some
talk about it, in my
spoilers.
opinion. I think like next, like we'll give like a quick review next
Give
time.
it like another week.
Give it
I
a
mean,
week or two.
spoilers. I'm not gonna say like I'm not really gonna hit it with spoilers. I'm just be like, at least along with like other news that we've gotten recently and like Kenobi, other than like Kenobi and stuff. Personally, I'll just hit it off. Personally, since I've already seen the season finale of Obi-Wan, second best show Disney has ever produced, Star Wars wise. Marvel,
Okay.
I'm not gonna compare it to Marvel shows, but I'm not gonna do that. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Mandalorian is still the best show, but when you have a character as beloved as Obi-Wan, it's hard to not look at this show like, man, this is for Obi-Wan. This is what this is like the mental breakdown of a man who's seen too much.
Right.
And this is like in between years between, at the end of episode 3 into episode 6.
Yep.
It's just into episode 4. Whoops. But yeah, it's just in between years of Obi-Wan becoming the old man that he is that we see in the first movie. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. The music was OD. Star Wars is kind of known for music, so
That's true.
just hitting the good beats at certain parts. Obviously, I'm not gonna say what points they are, but yeah. And then Vader, holy shit, man! Without hinting at for Toxic Calm, but man, Vader is just holy shit. Like I already like Vader. People already dig Vader and all that stuff, but man, he is terrifying.
Yeah,
And
I've been trying to
that's what-
stay off Twitter to like not see any
so hard. I feel
spoilers
so
and
bad
shit.
because I keep liking stuff that are
Oh my-
spoilers.
Bro, every fucking minute I
There's all
scroll
all
through
these
Star Wars
different
pops
Star
because
Wars accounts.
I follow those Star Wars accounts and shit like that. And that's all I
Yeah.
keep seeing is
It's so
oh,
hard.
here's the sneak peek to episode 5, or here's some good moments about the stuff. I'm like, nope, get off my screen,
Yeah, it's
Turn off the phone.
it's so bad.
Mm.
I feel bad liking it, but I'm like, you guys are smart enough. If you see a Star Wars header and you're just like, I'm gone.
Like I want to
Yeah.
look at it because I'm like, oh, I want to see what happens, but I'm like, no, you can't.
You gotta
can't
watch it.
ruin
Yeah,
it,
you
like,
gotta
gotta
just
watch it.
watch
it.
the
Gotta
show.
watch it.
Yeah, I think having Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor come back is really like the pinnacle of Star Wars nowadays. It's like these two guys who kind of like make the prequels what they are, and like I don't know, if you don't fuck with the prequels, whatever. But you can't call them bad. Like I think over the years I've gotten to appreciate them. Like I used to say they were bad because they weren't what the original three films were, right?
Mm.
Like when you look at it, when you watch them again, and like having the knowledge of Clone Wars, you know, other media like the other animated stuff, like Rebels and shit, it's like whoa, like prequels are not that bad. They're actually pretty good.
They
Yeah.
are like
Yes,
I
they are
just
so bad. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but like they have really weird points and weird low points. But there's a lot of lore and a lot of things
yeah.
they set up and stuff like that. And like it's
Story
cool.
wise, the
Yeah.
prequels are like spot on, bang on. They do all the right stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's such a good like if you want to go back and about Star Wars, go watch the prequels. Like
Yeah, just go watch
they
the
tell
first
you a lot.
6 films. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get nothing out of the new trilogy if I'm gonna be real with you.
No, you're not.
All
It's
you're
not even
gonna
worth
get
watching.
you're gonna get anger and confusion and more questions than you had more questions than you had before.
I
So
still
If you
haven't
just
seen
want to
it.
watch it just for your own gain, just because you're like, if I watch the rest of them, yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
might
That's
as
all you're
well,
gonna
I
get from
guess.
it. It
Yeah.
it feels like they really went off track from like trying to stay with the original story. They're just like, we're just gonna make up our own thing at this point
Because
and
like
just
it's
piece two and two
because
together.
like the Force Awakens is not bad.
No,
It's not. Is it what it what like what it should have been? Like no, but like I don't know, like it had potential and then they ripped it away.
Mhm.
I don't get it. And then trying to bring back JJ on the last Skywalker, it's just like what are you doing? You're trying to fix this moron's mistake from what the fuck was the last one called?
Force
Last Jedi?
Awakens.
Oh
No,
no,
no.
No.
Last
the
Jedi.
fucking JJ's last movie. The sixth one, the third one, right? Is Rise of Skywalker, right?
Right, sir, over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Rise.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I forget the director, but it's not JJ.
Mhm.
He fucked everything up, and then like JJ had to pick it up in Rise of Skywalker, but he couldn't because there's so much that he fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
too much to. It's too much. Like a Marvel movie, right? Like if there's a sequel that's bad, the third one that they'll do wouldn't be. It's like Thor Ragnarok, right? Like that movie makes you forget about the Dark World.
Yep.
Like the first one, Thor is out on Earth, he fights the thing, he goes back home, he's redeemed, he's
Right.
the Prince of Asgard and all that. And then like the second one is like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
Then you just went back in time. Like, what is this? But then the third one is just like a good, like, kick-ass story that has nothing to do with Avengers stuff other than like Hulk.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you basically can forget about the first two movies and just
Yeah.
watch Ragnarok and be fine. Like that's how good of a standalone movie
And then
it
now we
was.
have, the fourth one. So
Yep.
it's
Mhm.
kind of like for Captain America too, right? Like the first one, a lot of people don't like, but I like it. I like the charm. It isn't great, sadly, because I think Chris Evans is like the best actor in the MCU just because what he did with Captain America, right?
Right.
And then
Mhm.
I see RDJ. You may not. A lot of people may not like Iron Man 2. I find it all right.
Nah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't like 3. There are parts of 3 that are pretty kick ass, but obviously 1 is the best one, clearly by a humongous margin.
Mhm.
Hulk 1 isn't bad. I hate when people say that 1 is bad, even though it's Edward Norton. Who cares?
No, that
can
movie is amazing. I don't
So-
give
It was
a
really good.
fuck.
There's so many
Chunky
Hulk.
Hulk.
You gotta really like be specific about like which Hulk series like you're talking about because like they redid it. Like they redid that shit.
Well,
like,
yeah,
multiple
because they had
times,
like
and
the
I'm
older
like,
one, but like even
Yeah.
now, like the old one is like a timepiece, right?
Right.
mhm.
So like, but the Incredible Hulk, the one with Edward Norton,
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be
2008, Incredible Hulk, great
Yeah.
ass movie.
no, it's good. I like it.
Mhm.
And the Avengers, obviously, I think all the Avengers movies are good. Say what you want about Age of Ultron, it got some hits, it got some
That shit
beats.
was good.
I wish they would have continued with that or like done more. I wish they would have done more because I'm not gonna lie, Ultron alone, like as a villain alone, oh, there's
He's
so much to
like
him.
the
There's
scariest thing on the planet.
so much
Mhm.
to him, And
other than like Thanos, Ultron is scary, but I feel like they just killed him, and I'm like, bro, damn, like keep him around for a little longer.
you got rid of him way too quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, right? You never know. Maybe a droid escaped, is hiding. You never know, right? You know,
Yeah.
people
Bring
that
him
love
back
to
if
bring
they
shit
want
out their
to.
ass. So
They could.
it is what it is. But yeah, with Star Wars, it's just like I don't know. The new trilogy just pisses me off, and I'm just like, man, you had so much there, bro.
If they make a standalone TV series about it,
About what? About Ultron?
About
Oh no,
Ultron
that's
coming
guessed.
back, about Ultron coming back, and I need.
Well, they
that.
would have to bring Ant-Man in it because that's kind of
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
thing.
Kind of
Yeah.
his type
I
beat.
mean, maybe he might,
Mhm.
because they're making an Ironheart series, right? Like the
Yeah.
girl who's supposed to be like Iron Woman, right?
Right.
Who's like, a lot of people, I'm not too excited because I wasn't even a fan of the comics when I was just like, it's all right, but it is what it is. But yeah, Star Wars, like the new trilogy, I can't watch those last two movies and be like, yeah, they're good. No, I can't.
You've seen him
Killing
once.
killing
That's
off
all you
Luke
need to
is a
see.
mistake. Like you should have kept Luke old.
Right.
The old wise master that people come to. Having him just die, I was like, man, every Jedi that turns old is just gonna die. So I'm just like,
That's
what the fuck?
real.
It's dumb. But yeah, Obi-Wan, I know we got a little sidetracked, but Obi-Wan is great.
Yeah, it's
Is
good.
it better than first two seasons of Mandalorian?
No.
It's better than the first season.
What? I mean, yeah.
Well, no, because I think the fourth episode really is a deciding factor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the middle child. It's the middle child of the series.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it has good moments, but I think somewhere along the lines they kind of lost it just a smidge.
Mm-hmm.
The
So I feel
first
like
season was just a lot of like it was just a lot of
no,
dialogue
not
and
the
a
fourth
lot of
episode
like
of
story.
Mandalorian. Not the I mean the fourth episode of Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Like Obi-Wan, they kind of it like got to a good point, and then somewhere along the lines, it just not fell apart, but it was just like, wait, what is happening here? Oh wait, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I believe, to me personally, they picked it up in episode 5 and 6.
Yes.
And the
Very
ending,
true.
the season finale ending is the most emotional thing you could.
Yeah, it's like one
witness.
of the coolest things that's gonna be for like Star
It
Wars.
hurts.
fans
Like,
to
like
watch.
if you're a big Star Wars fan and you watch episode 6 of Obi-Wan, you are hurt by
Yeah.
the end. I swear to God.
Mm.
I like
But-
these. Like I like these standalone series because, well, especially
Oh,
during
yeah.
that time between 3 and 4, because there's a lot that's not talked about. I know they went and they made the movie, like Rogue One, and what
is-
was,
it's kind of it's its own thing. Like it takes place away from like the Empire and the Republic,
Yeah.
but it still has its like connections, especially at the end. Oh God,
yes,
I love the end.
especially.
Holy shit!
Like I like those ones because they kind of they explain more of the outside story away from the main plot line of like the main movies, because you don't get to know a lot about those other, other characters, side characters, that kind of stuff. They kind of just kind of slide over them
them
real
off,
quick
yeah.
and continue moving on with the main ship. So these
Mhm.
standalone TV series that they're doing about these aspects and these times in the history from those two movies, that's a lot. Like especially if you go watch the animated Clone Wars, and then with the Mandalorian that came out, and then the Book of Boba, right? And then they continue on through all that. Like I like that history
Even the
aspect of
Bad
it
Batch
because you
too, the
don't
Bad
get
Batch
to
is
know
great.
about it. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. Forgot about that
Because
one
that
too.
is about the clones, the
Yep.
clones that escaped and they're trying to rebel back. But yeah, I like, for me personally, I think Obi-Wan is great. I never, there are points that I'm just like, that's not really, but it can't be perfect. Nothing in, like, after the third movie, after like the original 6 movies, it's hard to be perfect without having inconsistencies, because like, you bring something new that's convenient to the story, but it's like, wait, that never existed in the original movies. So it's like, fuck, you can't really do that. But you can do that if it makes sense. I was like, oh, this person has a new force power. Well, we just don't know everything about the force. Duh.
Mhm.
But if you bring something stupid like this new technology that happened before, Luke's story and all that mess, it's like, where was this before?
Right.
Unless it's destroyed, right? Unless it's like fucking blown up to pieces, right? Obviously.
See,
But
I think that's the thing though, because like when you see aspects, especially during like minimal points in the story, right? Like I just don't think those aspects was known to everybody and they carried it. It was just like, oh, we're just gonna throw this into this little piece. You know, this little piece of story is gonna be here, but it's not gonna carry on to like other aspects of it. So
Yeah.
I feel like they only just put it in there for that part, right? Because I
Well-
mean, look at the sequels. Like all of a sudden she can force heal. Like, excuse me, like what? So nobody out of the entire Jedi Council knew that you could force heal.
Right. It's like
Right.
Kenobi couldn't do that on Qui-Gon.
Really?
Like,
Y'all, Qui-Gon and them knew about the Force Ghost before they knew about like what?
well,
Like
actually,
those are those types of things
brings
you're just like,
the same thing of like I just said. It's like we don't know everything about the Force, but I'm like,
yeah,
Force healing is something powerful.
that's a crazy ability.
Right.
Force Ghost is nothing because Obi-Wan and Yoda were Force Ghosts, and at the end of the sixth movie, right? They're Force Ghosts, and Luke sees them, and then obviously he sees Anakin because he's been redeemed and he's allowed back into the Force.
He's like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Or the light side of the Force, right? And then you get to see Hayden Christensen, but I feel like it's more of a case where it's like you can't have a Force ability this strong with not having hints of it. Like if someone like can heal and meditating in the Force, like when Luke meditates or something, like if he's healing his body, sure. But no, look at Luke when he's fucking old. It's like he's an old. I mean, he's still jumping around and flipping and dipping, but like,
Nah, he's old.
yeah,
No,
it's
that's
like,
an old
I mean,
man.
yeah, he an old dude, but it's just
He
like,
old for real.
I mean, but then again, he did the fucking Force projection thing, and that was like that's kind of OD. But then obviously it's
Oh
at
yeah,
the cost of his life.
yeah, that
My
too.
thing,
Because
my
even
thing is
Mm.
the one power of the Force that I've seen in like even like the prequels as well as like a bit of the first Star Wars movie is fucking Jedi super speed. I ain't seen nobody use that shit.
yeah,
Wait,
At
Jedi
all.
super
Good
speed.
point. That's
They're
a good
like
point.
stupid fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
they have
I mean,
super
they
speed.
can
They
jump
do.
high too. They can't fly, but they can jump.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
jump like crazy high. Nah, you're right. That super speed shit. Nah, like you get a glimpse of it and they never see it ever again. It's like,
Mhm.
why wouldn't you be using this all the time?
Right.
Yeah,
Fuck a
it's like,
speeder. I'm just gonna run. I'll
I
meet
feel
y'all
like
over
what
there.
they try to do for Rey. Spoiler alert for the Rise of Skywalker. She uses Force lightning, right?
Right.
She's not the first Jedi to use Force lightning.
No.
She's
Mhm.
The most infamous one is Galen Merrick, Starkiller.
Yep.
One of the
Yep.
most powerful people ever.
God,
Literally
I
ever.
need a series about him, please.
But you know what the
Bro.
problem is that making a series about him, he's too strong. He
No,
can
That's
you're-
fine. That
he
is
can
fine.
surprise you with Force lightning.
There's other Sith lords in
Oh,
this
those guys,
in
those guys are
history.
ridiculous. Those dudes
Th-
are
like
nuts.
even Raven, him alone.
Darth Revan, yeah, he's
Darth
strong as
Raven.
fuck.
He knows every single form of combat. All that shit. He's the best fighter in all of Star Wars history. No one can compare to him, and his force abilities, everything. Like it's insane. Like, and you can
Imagine
go
him
on. Like
versus,
there's more of
Galen?
them. There's like
Shit. Him versus Galen would be the stupidest fight on the
I
planet.
need that. That would
But
be
you can't adapt
insane.
everything because then you have to keep it in the realm of like, oh well, if Galen was around during the fucking sequels, then he could have fucking
Yeah.
killed everybody. I'm like, but if you know what happens in the games, Galen doesn't make it.
No.
So,
No.
but I mean, it'd be nice to have like something like Galen, like somebody who's like super force sensitive and strong. That's what they try to do with Rey, but fuck her. Fuck that character. Fuck everything that she stands for. She's not a Skywalker. She's a fucking Palpatine. Get out of my
That's
face.
wild. That's wild.
Fuck her, bro.
That was a
I
sad
hate
moment
Rey
in
with a
Star Wars
Nah,
history,
when-
for real.
Shout out to Finn
Bro.
jumping the Jedi. Fuck that mess, bro. Fuck Rey. Swear to God,
when
bro.
when they brought that out and they said that Rey was a Palpatine, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Who
Here we
Palpatine
go.
smashing, bro? Who he put in the sheets, bro?
Oh
Mhm.
my god.
I wanna know who
the
was it?
raggedy ass old.
Right.
No, I
Yo,
saw a meme that they showed for like Palpatine in the Clone Wars, and if I don't know you guys ever seen that Pixar short film where it's the old guy out in the park and he's playing chess, but he's playing
Yeah.
against himself, and it keeps panning between both sides, but it's just him. That's
Mhm.
Palpatine playing the Clone Wars. He's playing both sides of the chessboard the entire time. I'm like, oh my, nah, this. And he, like, when, who? See, that's the thing. Who and where did he bag the stuff?
I mean,
Palpatine just
Anakin was
be
born.
around.
Anakin doesn't have a dad. His dad is essentially the Force. Like
Yeah.
the Force, the dark side of the Force impregnated his mom.
That's
She-
kind of wild.
That's what has been implemented. Like Luke has a dad, duh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Galen, he has a family,
Mhm.
but he also, Darth Vader, he fucking made clones of him. So, but yeah, Anakin was, most Jedi have parents, but I feel like special cases where this guy is the chosen one of the dark side or the Force, it's either or. He doesn't have a dad. Like, I think other Sith Lords were just born. Like,
They never talk about his dad at all. They only ever
no,
bring up
because
his
dad
mom.
is the Force. Some people keep saying that his dad is Palpatine. I'm like, you're disgusting.
No,
No.
I just
I
don't
don't think
think
that-
his.
yo.
I just don't think the dad was ever in the picture. I think his dad is
No,
something
it's the
completely different.
Force.
Yeah.
I think Palpatine. I think it said that Palpatine manipulated the Force to
He
give
really did.
birth to a strong Force sensitive child. And Anakin was that creation. That's why he's so
Mhm.
strong. But that's why he was strong with the light side. But then once he became Darth Vader, it's just like this dude is unstoppable. So
Mhm.
I mean, other powerful Jedi have parents, but like, and even other Jedi that are not talked about, like Kit Fisto and Plo Koon and shit like that. Mace Windu, we don't even know Mace's parents. Do I want a Mace Windu TV show? Yeah,
Bro,
why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. If I ever wanted to act, let me play Mace Windu.
Oh man, let Colin be
Bro.
young Mace Windu when he was in the
Get this
Jedi.
man
When
that purple
prequel of
saber
Mace
right
Windu,
now.
that'd be
Get
kinda
that saber.
crazy.
Padawan, bro, that'd be tight. Hold on, that's
Bro,
kind of good.
I'll take
I don't know.
Mace Windu, Miles Morales. Let me do it.
Yo, go in full makeup and be Plo Koon. Be like little Plo Koon. That'd be tight.
Oh my
Calm
god.
for Spider-Man. Calm for Spider-Man, please.
Oh man, need that. But other than like Obi-Wan, I think Obi-Wan is for me second best Star Wars show.
I don't know, man. Like with me,
or live action. You can put them both, but I think
That's
I
true.
like to separate the animated stuff between
Oh,
the
yeah,
live action stuff.
I forgot people care about that. But I don't know, man. Like with me, I always had a hard time. I think first of all, I think Star Wars is a very cool series for me, but like there's sometimes I just cannot get into the story. Like especially like I watched Clone Wars like the whole series,
Mhm.
and bro, I think first of all, let me say this: Anakin's cool, Obi-Wan's cool, Yoda, Windu, fucking some of the Sith Lords, but like bro, like other like Jedi's, I just do not care. I
You
just
fuck
yeah.
all
really,
the Jedi though.
I really, I feel like the like I'm gonna say like I might get attacked, but I feel like the New Republic are normies, like some Jedi's, because they keep following the rules and they can't really do what they want to do in life because they're
Mhm.
so restricted to the rules. I don't know the rules like that, and I'm just like, yo, you guys suck. This is why some people are just chose to be the
That's why
Sith, you know.
That's why they made Ahsoka.
Right,
Ahsoka's kind of like the little rebel.
That's why I liked her a lot in Clone Wars.
Ahsoka's fantastic.
And like I liked bounty hunters more. Like growing up with like Star Wars, like I thought fucking of course Boba Fett because he's cool, but he really didn't talk much. I like Jango Fett. Of course, Mandalorian's like my favorite. And then even like what was his name, Cad Bane? Like that dude's
Yeah.
fucking cold. I
Bane's
loved him
the
in Clone
coldest character
Wars. I
Star Wars, bro.
fucking
Oh, yes.
loved him. And I was like, and then I remember people like you guys were explaining like the character. What was his name? Darth Revan.
Darth
Or
Revan.
something
One of
like
the
that.
many like Sith Lords that aren't talked about in like
I
the
would
main canon stuff.
I would love to learn about the old Republic. I want to see the old battles and everything. I think that would be so super cool. But I don't know if it's like I guess it's not canon according to like the Disney people. Like all these books.
Those guys are canon.
Oh, they are
Revan,
canon?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
all of them are canon. All of them
Darth
canon.
Nihilus.
They're
Dude,
just
Darth Nihilus is crazy. Like
'Cause,
when I
like,
tell you
it
that
looks
this Sith Lord
cool.
is OD, like search up Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus.
All right, let me search up Revan first because I know he's the one with the
Like-
mask and he has two lightsabers, right?
He has
Purple
a
and
red
red.
one and a purple one.
yeah.
That's so sick. Like why I would love to
Me,
watch
bro.
something like that.
Trust me, the Darth, the Sith Lords
Palpatine
before
are
before
the Darth.
like the
yeah.
Yeah, the Sith Lords before the main ones make these guys look like little children. Okay,
Yeah.
like they do not
Like,
compare.
It's because
The
Palpatine
old
focused
ones,
too much on like on political stuff. Like he too much about taking down the empire from like the inside. I'm like, bro, just pull up to the temple and fuck that shit up.
yo,
because
wait,
he
hold
wasn't
on.
powerful that way. That's the
No,
thing though.
because
He
he
wasn't. He was
smart.
smart as hell.
Yeah.
He was so
Yeah,
tactical. It
Palpatine
was
was a little rat.
disgusting.
He was playing the long game, dog.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, that's because
He
that's
knew
why
he
like
couldn't
other
1v1
Sith are like
nobody.
scarier than Palpatine. Obviously, Palpatine is powerful, but he's Vader is street smarts. Palpatine is book smart.
Wait,
You know?
this guy named Darth Bane looks
Nah,
crazy.
No,
Oh,
he's
Bane,
gas.
Bane,
I just
bro.
looked him up right now. Wait, he has cool armor
Bane.
too,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not mentioned in the story at all.
I mean,
No,
but he's
you'd have-
canon. They're canon.
Okay.
Yeah, like you'd have to go back like way wise.
Read
Like
some comics.
I need
Darth
some
Bane
comics and
actually
shit.
is in the Clone Wars TV series. They actually
Oh,
make
is
a
it?
little.
Bro, I don't
They do
remember.
like a little like snippet of him. Like they kind of bring him.
They're
up.
just
Oh.
on Rebels too.
Oh wait, no, I see it now. The
Oh,
Clone Wars
yeah.
picture. Oh yeah, it's right here. Oh yeah, it was a vision thing or something. Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because
so
when they
then-
talk about old Sith
cool.
Lords, they talk about them like they're Jesus. Like
Right.
they're these
Yeah.
old gods, bro. Like, that's basically what they
Yeah,
are.
I was about to say if they make a Disney Plus Sith Lords series,
No, that's
please, bro,
not.
please.
Ooh.
Because back then they used to just run around like the Sith used to just. There wasn't a rule of two. Like there wasn't. You had to have one Sith Lord and one apprentice. There was no. There was none of that mess. They were running around causing problems.
bro, they were just
Yeah.
assassins.
That's real.
They were just
That's why
assassins.
Siths are so cool. Yeah, Jedi are cool. You know, they
But
have
they're
great characters, but they're
normies.
just they're like the pacifists with force. Like there are like Siths that wanted to be good. Like they didn't want to like kill people and
Yeah.
like tear the whole universe down. There were like good Siths out there, but obviously, you know, the corruption of the dark side of the force, things like that. And same like with Count Dooku. Count Dooku was a great Jedi before he was, you know,
Mhm.
Darth Tyrannus, yes,
yeah, Darth
sir.
Tyrannus. And even then, like he never like the dark side never took over him. Like he never had like the yellow eyes. I mean, at least you know they did in the Clone Wars. They did show him with the yellow eyes and everything like that. But, like his skin never like deformed. Like he never looked like Palpatine.
Yes.
No.
Some of these other Siths are so deep into like the
The dark
Force, like
side.
they have to wear masks and shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
oh, you know,
Well-
there's a Sith Lord that can't die.
Who?
Yeah,
I
he
forgot his name,
specific-
but he's died. But since he's so in tune with the dark side of the Force, his body just keeps living.
He's
That's
so in
fucking
tune with
raw.
the Force in general. He constantly needs to feed off the Force to survive, and he's basically fed off of planets.
Search
like
him up.
that.
I forgot his name. I forgot his
I'm
name.
looking it up,
He's
I'm
the,
looking it
he's the
Yeah.
that
All
can't die or
Sith
some mess like that.
Lords.
Yeah, he can't die.
But he's tight. I like
But yeah,
yeah,
like
but the
Darth,
Siths are
Darth
just
Tyrannus
they're
or
cool.
Count Dooku. He wasn't really pulled towards the dark side. It was more so that he didn't like the ways of the Jedi Order.
Yeah, he was just tired of their
He
bullshit.
wasn't with it
Yeah.
because he saw like the flaws in their philosophy and like all that kind of stuff. And he's like, I'm not with this. Like this is not what I'm here for, and I'm not gonna stand by this. So he obviously went, and the only other place to go was to the Sith, right? So he went.
When
and
you're like a
became
powerful Jedi, a
Sidious's-
powerful Force user like that, it's like where else you're gonna go?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
But
mean,
that's
he
why
was
I feel like-
obviously tempted to.
Yeah.
So.
Darth.
Well, I feel like the Jedi are destined to fall. Obviously, they'll defeat evil. You know, there will be
Yeah.
good Jedi's out there, but it's just like if they try to have an organization, kind of like the Empire, or kind of like the fucking Republic and things like that. It's destined to fail because you can't put order and law on something that's unnatural, right? Like the
Mhm.
Force is such a thing. Like the Force is it's in everything, it's in everyone, but more people can, you know, manipulate it and, you know, bend it to their will, I guess. But it's just like you can't put order and law on something like that. Like you can have like a system of justice and things like that, but it's like something like this is that's not how it should work.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
mean,
most
like-
other Jedi are cooler, like all the rebels and stuff like that, like the teacher and Ezra, they're cool because
Yeah.
they don't follow anything. They do what they want to do. So, and then Ahsoka, when she's by herself, she's a fucking badass. Ahsoka
Yup.
by
She's a-
herself is top tier, bro.
she's a gray Jedi, right? She's not like She's on her own.
She
type
does
beat?
what she wants. She does what she seeks
Well,
in.
no,
Is that what a Grey Jedi is?
I mean, well, no, technically the Grey Jedi were a certain order. Like they were part of a certain order. Like they actually had a place to go. She's more of a just a
She's a
wanderer at this
loner.
point. She's
Yeah,
a
she's a
wanderer, right?
wanderer.
Because now, like at the point where Ahsoka is like at her maturity, the order is gone. So there's nowhere technically for her to go. So she at this point is just a wanderer.
I think at the
right?
end of Rebels, she's now looking for Thawne. She's gonna find him and wherever Ezra is with him because they both poofed. So
Yeah.
to some dimension or some shit, and she obviously she's gonna go look for them because she has fucking issues. She has problems with Thawne. So and obviously they
Yeah.
want to get Ezra back. So
Yep.
but yeah, I love Rebels too. But yeah, rating wise, Obi-Wan is a clean 9. I have issues with like Reva's character. She's not a bad character. I don't want to read. I want to reiterate. She's not bad. I feel like she could have been something better than like such an angry force. And like obviously when they tell you her reason for being mad at Obi-Wan makes sense, but then they could have done something so better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Obi-Wan is a clean 9 out of 10 for me. I love it. Hope we will get that season 2. And also John Williams is not doing music anymore, so
yeah, he said he's done, right?
Star
He's like,
music ain't gonna be the same without the GOAT. But hey, man, you can't do it forever. You know,
yeah,
we're not Captain America up in this bitch. So,
that's real.
but yeah,
Wait,
much love to him. You know, he made my childhood with Star Wars music, so that's the GOAT right there.
I have a question though. I don't know if they talked. I'm assuming they talked about this because I love bounty hunters and shit, like the Mandalorian. So the first one who wielded the black lightsaber, the dark saber, correct?
Was it was a Mandalorian, yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Is it Terra Vizsla?
Tar Vizsla, yeah, because they have houses in the Mandalorian culture. They have houses, so they have houses of each like old like Mandalorian that used to live back in the day, and like Tar Vizsla is a family, so like the Darksaber ran through that family up until it was stolen, and then it was brought back into the house of you know, their house, and then obviously there's rules to the Darksaber. You can't take it's not a normalized lightsaber.
Yeah,
it has to be one in combat, or the other person fucking dies.
So because of the tradition of the Mandalore, like of the Mandalore, like that's
what he put into it. That's what you know.
like that's what they created.
So in Rebels and I guess in Mandalorian too, they kind of do it. It's either won by combat or the person dies. That's why when the other head of Tar Vizsla, the head of family of Tar Vizsla, he won it in combat, assuming he killed the other person.
Yeah.
Taking it back from the Jedi, you know, because it belongs to Mandalore. Like it doesn't belong to the Jedi Order.
No.
He was Tar Vizsla was the first Jedi who was a Mandalorian. Well, obviously he was a Mandalorian first, but he became a Jedi Knight.
Oh, okay.
So he's already that strong. Like he has like the training from Mandalorians, and he has the training from the Jedi, and you know that's powerful enough. So then, like with Din Djarin, you know, he won it in combat, but he can't wield it because of the baggage that he's had prior. He has to let go of shit to have this powerful ass saber.
Yes.
So like, because like what the way they talk about the dark saber, it's like it has a mind of its own. Like it can feel your emotion. So like if you're some person that has emotional issues, you can never wield that mess. You can't even pick it up.
Yeah.
But once you just let it flow and let your life breathe, you can just pick it up, swing it, throw it, things like that. So
because that was the main difference between that saber and a regular saber. Because you know how a regular saber is, you take the kyber crystal and you infuse your own force energy into it, right? That, you make it, but because the dark saber is so different, it feeds off of, instead of you putting it into it, it uses your own energy to fuel it at the same time. So if you obviously have bad intentions and stuff like that, it's going to use that and not work properly, right? Like it's gonna fuck up. Like you're not gonna be able to use that shit, right? So you have to be not necessarily pure, but you have to be clear minded in a sense to actually use it fully. Like that.
But it's something that they're gonna explore more.
I would like to.
I hope they do.
I would like to see that in the show. Because like I feel like that's kind of important. I don't know. I mean, not that you're saying like, oh, like he was a Jedi Knight. I mean, I don't know. People will want that. Like the Mandalorian now, the main character. That'll be
Didn't
like. You think he would train to be like a knight, just like the first?
I don't think people would
I don't
like
think
that.
so.
Yeah, I think
No,
people
'cause
will hate it.
you gotta. He already is an established character that people like, and like his
Yeah.
fighting style is bounty hunter, Mandalorian, and now like he can use other weapons. Like he was busting down on the spear on Moff Gideon.
That spirit was so lit.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
bugging out, bro. So it's not.
Mhm.
It's not like you don't need training to use a lightsaber. You need
Okay.
training to use the Force, but he doesn't have the Force.
Right.
He
Yeah.
can't. He's not Force sensitive. So it's like
Okay.
that's not really what he's gonna use. It's really
Mm-hmm.
pretty much a backup tool because he has guns and all his tricks and things like that.
Like that's his last resort, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, how about this?
It's a powerful weapon, so it's like if he
Yeah.
uses it more, it'd be sick. But he
What would
doesn't
you-
need the Jedi training.
But like, well, okay, for like you, because you guys know more Star Wars than me. What would you guys like for a new Star Wars show? Which story would you like to be explored? I think Colin would like say like Star Killer, for example. Like, would you like a show about
Yes.
him, a movie? Like, what do you want them to explain for the lore for Star Wars, past or future? Like, I don't care. I would say
I think
the Old Republic, because I'm very curious about it because of the books, but I never got into it.
I think I said it to you guys, right? The Star Wars Vision, right?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Literally the first episode. The samurai dude.
oh yeah.
Oh, that
He
was
would
yeah.
be
lit.
lit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, I seen that.
continue
Yeah, yeah,
that. Continue that.
Anything. If I can get anything in this world, just make an animated series about him. I want to know more about him. I want to know where he comes from, what he's doing. Does it even align? Is it like in the same timeline of the sequel trilogy, or like when the Mandalorian takes? Just do it.
Yeah,
Please.
That
because
shit was so raw.
every
Keep it
Vision
black and white.
story
If it's
was
an
canon,
animated
right?
series, no.
I don't think it was canon.
because they're all different stories.
It's different
Yeah.
studios making different episodes. Yeah.
Different studios, different countries, and then season 2 is going to be even more countries.
Yep.
So it should be pretty sick nasty. But yeah, if anything on him, keep it animated too, because I wanted to keep it black and white, and the only thing that lights up is the sabers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if
that
live
animation
action,
style is
you could do
amazing.
it live action. I think they can
could work.
possibly, but I think just on the safe side to keep it animated.
Mhm.
That or anything about Kid Fisto or Master Plo Koon, anything on them. Even like what's the Jedi Fallen Order, homie?
Oh,
Cal?
Cal?
Right? The
Cal.
Jedi Fallen Order, right? Yeah, him.
Yeah, Cal.
Cal, bring him into live action or
Mhm.
anything. I love the
I heard
game.
he's
That game is tight.
They're making
I
a
kinda
sequel,
wanna-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we're
making
making a
another
sequel.
one.
I'll
I
try
kind
it
of want
out.
the first one again.
Try out that series. I heard it's
I
really
need to
good.
play the first one too.
The
Bring
first
him
one is
into-
amazing. You really,
never got
if you
into it.
haven't played it, play it.
No, the first game is canon too, so anything that happens
Mhm.
there, it
Yeah.
directly
Oh, that's
influence.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
It's just another story of what happens after the order is gone,
Mhm.
or
And
after Order 66.
Kyle, like he was mentioned someone in like I think it was the prequel movies, or a comic like Anakin when he was growing up as a Padawan. He met like the Cal's master. He's like the big
Yep.
dude. He
Mhm.
ran into him and a gingerhead Padawan or youngling. So
Right.
he's canon. So
No,
it
he
was
is. Like they said that even when they were making the game, they said like technically that whole story is canon.
and it takes place on planets we've seen and obviously other newer planets, but
Mhm.
things like that. But yeah, him, Kid Fisto, Kid Fisto, the green guy with like the tentacles hair.
Yes.
Master Plo Koon. Master Plo Koon is tight.
Plo Koon's awesome.
Please give Samuel Jackson Mace Windu show. Just do it. Do it.
Mhm.
Because he's not dead. There's no way he's dead.
There's no
So,
way.
There's no
Nah,
way.
he survived.
See, if they can do the Obi-Wan series, right, which is after, Order 66 and all that kind of stuff, then you can do a Mace Windu series.
I
You
feel
can.
like Mace Windu is even worse of a mental story. Like
Mhm.
this dude fell off of a high,
That dude got thrown
Tower.
out of a fucking
Literally.
window.
and his
Literally
hand is
yeeted.
gone. His saber, I mean, he could probably retrieve his saber or make a new
Yeah.
one, but he has to be like beat up, fucked up, and like hiding out. So I would want to see what they do. And also, just because Samuel Jackson, but he's gonna act his ass off.
Right.
He
So-
wants to come back. I think didn't he say
Vince
like he
wants to come back. The
like he
hell?
says like I'm down if they ever want
Oh,
to
he's
make it
hella
a
down.
story.
God, I need it.
Oh, also,
I
I know
need
this is like a sleeper. This is like a sleeper answer, but give me a short series about Poe Dameron.
Who's that?
Who
I don't know
dat?
who he is.
From the sequel trilogy.
Oh,
Ray,
Poe.
Ray, Phil, and
Oh,
Poe.
Poe,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
my
Oscar
fault, my
Isaac,
fault, yeah.
duh.
I haven't seen the new
After
series.
loving Moon Knight so much, I want Oscar Isaac and everything. So just give me a small series about Poe Dameron. That'd be tight. Because he
Yeah,
has a lot of adventures that we don't know about. So
I mean, for me,
Mhm.
I'm short and simple. Like I said, I don't know a lot about it. Like, I would love to learn about more about Darth Revan. I think he's a very fucking cool character, and I've been seeing like pictures of him lately on Twitter. I'm like, damn, he has a red lightsaber and a purple lightsaber. This guy must have a sick ass story and like cool.
He's tight.
One
He's
of the
hard.
best fights of all time. Like, I'm pretty sure he's up there. Like I said, he's up there.
Oh.
People still love him.
You know what? If you want to learn more about the Old Republic or like old shit, like older stories and stuff like that, go play KOTOR 1 and 2, which is Knights of the Old
Knights of
Republic.
the
Go
Old
play those
Republic.
games.
Yeah, play those games.
Go play
They're
those ones.
so good.
They have so much. It's not like one of those games where you just play through it. You're a character and you get to create your own character because you become a knight, right? Like that's like your journey is to become one of them, right?
Is
But
it
the
on Game
amount
Pass?
of
No, I don't think so. Don't think
I'd have to
so.
double check.
They're making a new one
lie.
for
I
PS5
brought it to
only.
Switch.
They will
so-
be making another one. But yeah, like
I can't wait.
they're jam packed full of info, bro. So if you want to go learn more about like the old shit, the stuff that they don't tell you or show you about in the shows and the movies and stuff like that, go play those 2 games. I highly recommend it. They're so good.
super lore heavy games. Yeah, they're great.
100%.
I would love the
Oh,
Civ stuff. I think they've
the
said they wanted to do other
cinematics.
Civ stuff. Oh yeah, they're really
The
good. too.
cinematics is like some Final Fantasy shit, okay? Like they
I heard
go
they're fire.
hard.
I heard they're cool.
Yeah, the Civ
Just
stuff would be
KOTOR.
nice. I think they've said they wanted to explore the other Civs. That's why I wasn't asking for it. I was asking for other shit. But I'm like, I'm super down for them to do because they brought back Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, or they're bringing them back, I guess. But yeah, I'm hella down for them to do more of that.
Okay. What about you, Tox and Com? What do you guys want for future Star Wars shit?
Mm,
You know me.
Galen Merrick. Dude, it's just because like Galen Merrick could happen. It's either you remake the games and bring them back to newer gens, or like you give us Galen Merrick in like a show or something.
Bro,
It's
give
either-
give the man his series. He's a phenomenal actor. Like the guy who actually played fucking
plays Galen.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's probably one of the best actors out there right now, but he doesn't get many gigs and shit. He mostly
No.
does voice acting now, just because he has
Yeah,
a family.
I love that he
likes to
voice
take care
acts.
of.
Right next
Darth
to
Maul.
what's his name, Darth Maul, the actor who
Yeah.
does Darth Maul.
Yep.
Mhm.
Shout out to him because he's man. That Darth Maul really in the later seasons of the Clone Wars and Rebels, he like Darth Maul comes to life. It's
Yeah. Yeah, you
What's his name,
really
Ray
get to
Parker? Ray
see
Parker,
who
right?
Darth
Or no,
Maul
that's the
is.
original actor. What's the voice? Who's the voice of Darth? I forgot.
It's Sam Witter. Sam
Yeah,
Witwer.
I'm so terrible with names.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He's been the voice actor for Darth Maul since the Clone Wars.
Yep.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Hopefully he comes back because I'm super. Either he comes back live action or any of that. Like they
I
have
love
like
the Force Unleashed. That shit was raw.
Bro, his
they could
everything
do
gives me chills.
they could do that one scene in Rebels and with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul.
Oh, that fight scene, that's so
Mhm.
poetic.
Because
Nah,
like
I
it's-
don't-
Darth Maul isn't angry. He's just tired of all this
Yeah.
bullshit. And then
It's
when
'cause he can't let go.
he asked him about Luke, he's like, "Is he the chosen one?" And then Obi-Wan's like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, dude, that's so fucked." Oh my god.
He's like, cool, I can rest now. Fuck you.
Yeah,
See, Darth
Darth Maul's
Maul-
like, he's like, good.
He's like, oh,
Darth Maul is like the closest to being like an old Sith Lord that I
Mhm.
think, besides like Vader, who's just a menace, of course, but Darth Maul is just fucking nuts. That's what Sith Lords used to be. Just fucking nuts going around slaughtering.
Well, yeah, it's also because Darth Maul's people, they put themselves through a lot of pain, and so like with the tattoos. You see
Mhm.
those tattoos, bro? Those are detailed tattoos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't there somebody of his people in fucking Obi-Wan, but they just had less tattoos?
Something like that. It's like in the
Something like
background
that.
characters. They've had
Yeah.
others. You have other people of like Darth Vader, Maul's people, like his brother who helps him out, who helps him and brings him back to takes him out of the fucking garbage heap that he was in,
Yeah, from
and it
Clone
helps him
Wars.
overthrow the Mandalorian people and all that stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that
I
whole
you can go on
episode where
Tux.
like you get to see him and he's got like the fucking spider legs and shit in the Clone Wars. I was like, bro, that man just looks tattered.
That's
Oh
when he's
my
at his lowest.
god.
That's when he's at his
Yeah.
lowest.
Oh, and then he gets his new robotic legs, and Owen's like, "Ooh, new set of legs." I'm like, Obi, please.
He started he's like, yeah, look at my 2 legs, bitch. Shit,
Oh
crazy.
Yeah.
oh my god.
I
Nah,
love
I
Darth
don't know.
Maul.
Like, I
He's
would
great.
say I would want like a Star Killer series, but I know because they've already made like the games and shit like that. I feel like the chances of that happening are very slim because they've already done that. I think the only other series, I mean, other than like, yeah, Mace Windu series, because I need to know that story. Like, we all know he's not dead. Like, you cannot tell us that he's dead. That's impossible. No,
I don't see a body.
I
don't see
refuse to
none of
believe
that.
that. The only other thing I don't even know. Like, I kind of would want a more of a backstory of Yoda. Like, where did he come from, and what's his
Oh,
what's
yeah.
his story from beforehand? Because that's the thing. There is an entire planet of people who look like they have a whole civilization. There's a bunch of them. There's a
Mhm.
whole
Yeah.
population of them, and they were all very very force sensitive. Like that was their shtick, was that all of these people were very force sensitive, and a lot of them, they're not part of the Jedi Order, but they were like fighters and stuff like that. Like they were from like some of the first, anyways. I need to know more about that. Like, give me, because I mean, yeah, we got Grogu from Mandalorian and shit like that, but you never necessarily get to know more about Yoda. You just know he's old as shit. He was like one of the first from the Order and stuff like that. He's one like the most higher up and stuff like that.
Oh, Yaddle
But do you
too.
ever?
Yaddle's on the Jedi Council.
Yeah.
She was there with him. We don't even know
And
a lot about her. Like Yaddle is,
no,
I mean, Yaddle's strong, but like she fucking gets cooked, and I'm like,
you
what the
never
fuck
get to
happened?
know. You never really get to know the backstory about any of like the High Council. Like you never really get to know anything about any.
I mean, hopefully,
Which I mean,
in Mandalorian season 3, we get to know more about the Yoda people.
Right.
That'd be kind of
yeah,
cool.
with Grogu and stuff like that. Because I mean, yeah, we need to know more, because I mean, because if we get to know more about like where Yoda came from and stuff like that, and more of his backstory, it'll also give you more premise into what Grogu might be
End
like
up
or turn
being
into and stuff like that too, right? So you never know. I mean, we'll probably get more info on Grogu and like what's gonna happen to him before we get something. So, but still, it would be nice to see.
yeah. Oh, we're
We'll
also
see.
getting well, Andor, right? The guy from Rogue One, right? The dude.
The who? I don't know who he is.
It's like the male guy that helped that
Yeah.
chick from Andor, from Rogue One.
Oh, sick. Okay.
It's like a
Mhm.
story about him. He's kind of like a bounty hunter, kind of, but he's also like kind of like a Han Solo thing. So
Yeah, it was more of that along the
and
line.
then
He
obviously
was
we're
a
getting
smuggler. He's
yeah,
still
he's
a
a
smuggler,
smuggler,
but you get more of a story from him.
and then obviously Ahsoka, the queen herself, Rosario Dawson being Ahsoka,
One
and
of
then
the
we're getting
baddest
live
to ever do
action.
it.
Yeah, we're getting live action versions of characters who've been in Rebels and things like that. And they're also getting obviously another season of Boba Fett. We're getting another season of Mandalorian. Another
That's good
season of
stuff.
Bad Batch, because Bad Batch is great. If you haven't
I
seen
love
it,
Bad
Bad
Batch is
Batch.
watch Bad
amazing.
Batch is tight.
I love Bad Batch. That was like one of my favorite moments in fucking Clone Wars. I just
Oh
love that
yeah,
squad.
when Bad
Give me
Batch came
give me
out,
a series
bro.
about the other clones like Captain Rex, and all them
That'd be cool.
niggas.
They
Like
do a
before,
lot in Clone Wars, though. I
while
feel
they were
like.
like in hiding, because they show up in Rebels,
Oh yeah,
old
yeah.
ass men. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
maybe not like a live action series, because having the guy who plays Boba Fett be like four different versions of like clones
Yeah,
might
no.
be a little tough. Do
Just
like what they
yeah,
did for
do
Bad
an
Batch.
animated. Yeah,
Yeah.
do an animated series.
But
Other
yeah,
than that, though.
there's not really else they're making like other than the Jedi Fallen Order game, the second one.
Mhm.
I'm
There's not
pretty
much.
stoked about that. That game is perfect to me in my eyes. I can't wait for it. I want to see what they do because that trailer was so ominous. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? What is this?
There was a lot of questions,
Yeah.
especially who the hell is
Who
that
the
in
fuck
that
was that in
fucking
the
tank?
tank?
Yeah,
Who
who's
was
in
that?
that tank, bro? Like, why is he? Why is there such
Palms back there like, yo,
focus
let it be
around
Galen
him?
Merrick. Let it be. Let it be a clone of
Galen.
Galen Merrick, and it's the best one that we get. Because there's like
That'd be
other clones
crazy.
that have failed. This is Vader. So
We'll
please
see.
give me a Vader
Never
series.
know.
Just give me Vader. Just give me more Hayden Christensen. Please, man.
I think they will.
You know how cool Vader is in the comics? Like, oh my
What did he say? He's like, all I am surrounded is by fear and dead man. That's such a
Dude,
bar.
that's
Yes,
so
what a
and
bar.
dead.
That's such a bar.
But like not even just that. Like Anakin going through like his struggles with being fucking Palpatine's fucking apprentice. Like, you know how fucking annoying this dude is? Like Palpatine's a fucking bitch.
Oh yeah, he
Vader
like her.
would cook
He's a bitch.
Palpatine in seconds. Like
No,
what?
but the thing is, like, he can't because he's not necessarily scared of Palpatine. It's just that
Mhm.
Palpatine has too much power over Vader. Vader
Yeah,
could cook
Vader-
him and leave, but
Vader is
since,
Palpatine's wish baby. so,
Yeah.
Yo.
Palpatine gaslights
Since-
Vader every day. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but even if he did kill him, he has clones, so it's like fucking stupid. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
white suit Vader is one of the hardest things ever, even though it's not canon. But oh man, white suit Vader is
Oh
another
yeah,
whole
you
level
showed me that. That
beast.
shit was fire.
And then Vader going through the mental struggle he had with like him inside the Force meditating, and like like the parts of him that have been chopped off, like his arms and his legs, are swirly Dark Force energy, and like the rest of his body is light blue because that side of it is Anakin. It's such a good comic of him like struggling with his internal affairs, like loving Padme and Obi-Wan, not knowing that Luke and Leia are like out there. So
Mhm.
it's such a struggle. And then like obviously when he learns about Luke and Leia, it's just like fuck, my heart it hurts. But yeah, it's cool. I hope we get cool stuff down the line because Star Wars is sick nasty.
Mm-hmm. It is great.
Yeah,
sure is.
That's it. Yeah,
that's our
And
time.
that's it.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
that
that's-
time. You know, I might try out that new Gundam beta right now. I just got invited from Bandai, so I'm gonna check
oh yeah,
that
you
out.
said that earlier. That's tight.
Mhm.
I'm kind of excited. I'll let y'all know
It
next
looks
time for the
fun,
podcast.
not gonna lie.
It looks fun. It's like Overwatch but Gundam, so I'm gonna check
Mhm.
that out right now.
But that has been episode 4. I guess you could
Yeah.
call it the Star Wars episode if y'all want.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's been the boys. You know, we get jiggy with it on Star Wars. So
Thursky.
but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your people that you listen to one of the best podcasts out. Yeah, follow these lovely gentlemen on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see some crazy looking art and funny moments. Yeah, in the future, probably talk about more Star Wars stuff when more stuff comes out. And yeah, hope to see you guys for the next episode. Shout out to all my beautiful people out in the world, making the world a better place. Shout out to my homies, Tox, Canty, Calm. And shout out to my group of friends. Fucking love those people.
Love
yeah.
with all our hearts.
And that's all we have for you folks. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace.
Peace out.